It is Friday, and here on the Wisconsin Live Desk, we really like to celebrate Fine Arts Friday. So we are being joined right now with the Fireside Theater as they get ready for the Addams family. Joined here with Julian and Mackenzie, or maybe I should say Gomez and Morticia. But thanks so much for taking the time to chat, you guys.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for having
having
us.
us.
Of course. Look, you're already acting like the married couple, on the same wavelength, on the same page. I feel like our viewers probably know the Addams family, but in case they're being introduced to the show for the first time, what can we expect?
Well, it is the standard creepy, kooky cast that people know and love, and it seems like every generation has their Addams families. There's the original black and white sitcom, the cartoons, the comics, and then, of course, the 90s remake, and then the Wednesday show that's up now. And our version is it has a lot of heart and it shows kind of the side of the Addams family that may not be as familiar. They go through the same kind of issues that most families go through: change, trust, families growing up, children leaving home, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
For you guys, I mean, I feel like these have to be such fun roles to get to step into their shoes with Gomez and Morticia. What do you love about these specific characters that you get to play?
honestly, I love being bigger and greater than life. I feel like I'm a cartoon on stage and people love it and they laugh. And, it's fun to be dark and kooky, but, still show the heart. And, it's a big surprise when you come to the show. It's lots of twists and turns.
Yeah. For Morticia, it's she and Gomez are passionate in very similar ways, but they reflect it very differently. Gomez is so much larger than life, and Morticia is still waters run deep. She's very, she doesn't smile big. She's very cool and calm, and so she can serve as an anchor for otherwise really big emotions.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Morticia, I always think of, Angelica Houston, or now to your point with Wednesday, Catherine Zeta-Jones. For you, is it kind of a mixture of, drawing inspiration from some of these famous Morticias, but also making the role your own?
Absolutely, very well put. I watched a lot of the original show, looked at the comics. Of course, I grew up with the 90s movies. I'm a huge fan, and I love Catherine Zeta-Jones. And so those elements from all of those I want to bring in because they'll be recognizable to each generation, but then also finding who she is in my body and in my voice. My Morticia speaks a little bit higher. She's a little breathier than I am. She walks a little differently, things like that. But so it's been such a joy, and I discover new things about her every performance.
Uh, Taking a look here at some of, the sets and the costumes, how fun are those to get to perform with?
Oh, it's a blast. Everyone's in full makeup, lots of wigs, lots of color, and lots of black and white. And, the just the atmosphere of the darkness and the fun. People love it. As soon as you come into the theater, you feel like you're in the house, you're with the Adams. People are gonna have a great night or a great evening. So come and see the show.
Yes.
It's a unique experience as well, being in the round.
Yeah.
We have to be a little bit more creative with our sets and, of course, with our staging. And the Fireside always handles that beautifully. And the sets and costumes are just stunning. The lighting adds so much, and it's really a fulsome experience.
Do you guys have a favorite part of the show that you love getting to perform in front of that live audience?
For me, it's the tango. It comes later in the show, and the audience is always very surprised that we're like full on doing real tango. We go full out, we dance for like 3 full minutes, and I can hear them going like, so it's always nice to give them a little surprise at the end.
Yeah. I agree. The tango is such a fun reveal in a lot of ways. It's so unexpected, like Julian mentioned. And it's so fun for us. Julian and I both have dance backgrounds, and you don't typically see characters like Morticia and Gomez do this intense dancing. So that's always very fun.
When you tell people as actors that you're currently in a production of The Addams Family, do people just start singing? Do they just start going, they're creepy? Because I feel like
Yeah,
that's
they
what
always go.
happens.
Da-da-da-da.
Yes, it's got to be fun. Sometimes you're introducing audience to brand new characters, but I think sometimes it's fun to also bring them characters they already know and love. And of course, we have the chance to catch your show all the way until April 12th. So how do we snag those tickets?
Well, you can go online, thefiresidetheater.com, or is it .org? .com, thank you. And it's going fast. I will say we've had some wonderfully full houses, and it runs through April 12th, and it's 7 shows a week, so you have lots of opportunities Thursday through Sunday. So go on the website, call the box office, come see us. We love having people in the audience that love these characters as much as we do, and to introduce them to people who don't know them as well.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we heard you. We got to get our tickets sooner rather than later because they are going fast, and I feel like this is a show you're not going to want to miss. Thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes, and of course, break a leg at your next performance.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Love it. Love the Addams Family. Always such a fun show. Carl and I were singing during the 11 a.m. newscast as we were teasing that interview because I just think there is something so fun about the music of the Addams Family. So again, you have until April 12th to go see it at Fireside.